So welcome to today's webinar, which is going to be focusing on the Consumer Rights Act and warranties. My name's Phil Muskelly, I'm Head of Key Accounts at Warranty Solutions Group, and I'd like to introduce to my guest today. So first of all, we've got John Collinswood, CEO of Warranty Solutions Group. Welcome, John.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Next, we've got Brad from the Motor Consultancy.
Thank you very much, Phil.
And we've got Ellis from Hartington Motors. Welcome, guys. Really nice for you to join us. So what we're going to be focusing on today is the Consumer Rights Act. It's a key piece of legislation in the UK that protects consumers when they're purchasing goods, including new and used vehicles. It outlines their rights regarding faulty products, how they can seek remedies such as refunds, repairs, or even replacements. So when it comes to vehicle warranties, the Act plays a crucial role in ensuring customers receive fair treatment. So Brad, first question for you. How does the Consumer Rights Act safeguard car buyers and what car protection does it provide?
Basically, the consumer rights, when someone goes to buy a car, in the event that something goes wrong with the vehicle or it develops a fault, there is a law in place which basically safeguards the customer or the consumer as such, if anything does go wrong in the instance. So within the first 30 days, if anything crops up, the dealer has to put it right. No matter what it is, they have to put it right, whether it's a battery, a light, a tyre, brakes, pads, discs, etc. However, after the 30 days, then the dealer gets the opportunity to repair the vehicle. So within that period of time, within the 30 days, the customer doesn't actually have to take the repair. They can just reject it if they really want it. However, after the 30-day period, the dealer has one opportunity within 6 months to repair the vehicle. So from there, after that, if the repair fails, it's refund or replace. So the dealer can then charge a mileage fee if needs be, or replace the vehicle for a like-for-like.
Okay, so that first 30-day thing is quite crucial then, really.
Yes, absolutely.
Making sure your preparation's right on your cars.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that gives the customer the period of time to figure out if there's anything wrong with it. More than likely, if something does crop up, a lot of the time consumers do want the vehicle fixing, but there has been instances where the customer doesn't want the car fixing.
So just to clarify that first 30-day period, that customer can reject that car if need be, if they feel so. But that 30-day to 6 month, the dealer gets that one chance to get it right and correct it. Okay, brilliant, fantastic. Brad, I'm going to come to you again, Brad. So what's the relationship between vehicle warranties and the Consumer Rights Act? And how do they complement each other?
Okay, so like the 6 month rule, obviously the law does change after the 6 month, but like the 6 month rule, the dealer normally would offer a warranty with the vehicle. If it's out of manufacturer's warranty, they'll use someone like Warranty Solutions Group. We always advise the dealer to offer a minimum of 6 months, which then falls in line with their Consumer Rights Act. So the dealer can offset some liability in terms of providing a good level of cover, say for example, gold cover, good claim limit, good comprehensive cover, what covers majority of the vehicle, obviously excluding wear and tear. So the dealer can offset some of that liability in terms of their repair cost to actually look after their own pockets as such.
I think that's a really important thing to note, that although the dealer is liable for the first 6 months, actually having that warranty company there to back them up and take some of that liability off them is a really crucial thing. Just out of interest, where does the Motor Consultancy and what you offer fit into all of this?
Okay, so what we do, we offer like a sort of legal protection for the dealers, but also the consumers, and we offer an after-sales service. So obviously we've recently partnered with Warranty Solutions Group. So like with Ellis is one of our customers, but obviously he works alongside Warranty Solutions Group. So what we do, we put a call system in place. Option 1 would go through to the selling dealer. Option 2 would then come through to us, where we're all motor trade based, ex-claims handlers, mechanics, etc. So we take a unique view on everything, and we look at the consumer rights, we look at where they stand with the warranty, and we also look at it from the dealer and consumer perspective, and we advise the dealer on what is the best route.
It's quite a unique service you're offering, really.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no other company on the market who does that.
John, I'm going to come to you with the next question, if that's okay. So what are the essential features of an ideal car warranty, and how can buyers ensure they are adequately covered?
I think the first point to make that is really important is that with the consumer, this is the second biggest purchase most people make, and they are very, very concerned about that they don't buy a lemon and that vehicle will do what it's supposed to do. So warranty is always top of the list when any surveys are done as to what customers actually want. So it's really important that the warranty that they get does what it says on the tin, and that is really important. And also it covers the things that actually go wrong. A warranty can't cover service items, as we know, exhausts and things like that. But it must cover the most important things that go wrong, which are expensive to repair. It is below the Consumer Rights Act, so it does mean that the dealer, by taking out a warranty, can pass that responsibility over to a warranty company who can deal with that, so they can concentrate on selling their vehicles.
Which is key. So yeah, some really big benefits for both the consumer and the dealer then. Yes. With taking that warranty. And also, obviously, for dealers offering extended terms, it gives that peace of mind to the customer for even longer, doesn't it, I guess?
Well, I think people tend to buy vehicles for 2-3 years, not for 6 months. Now, what Brad has said is absolutely right. In the first 6 months, the burden of proof is with the dealer. They have to prove that it wasn't there, which is quite difficult to actually achieve. After that 6 months, then obviously the burden of proof, the owner of the vehicle has got to prove that that was inherent when they bought the vehicle. That's very, very difficult to prove in some ways. So that's where they need the protection. The most important thing is how many people can afford a £3,000 gearbox who are on an average income. That would cause a major problem for an awful lot of people. And the fact if the warranty is extended, then they don't have that problem because it's picked up by us.
And I think even if you did budget for something like that, would you want to spend the money on a new gearbox? Probably not.
Exactly right. Or would you want to get into debt?
Yeah.
To actually fund that, when in actual fact for a relatively small amount of fee monthly, you can have that sort of thing covered.
Yeah, interesting. Thanks, John. Now, we've talked a lot about the dealer here. So, Ellis, I'd like to come on to you and ask you a couple of questions, really. So, how can dealerships proactively protect car buyers?
I would say starting off with a good pre-delivery inspection, so making sure you've got a comprehensive PDI, that the vehicle's well checked over, and then obviously if it requires servicing, it's serviced properly with the necessary oil and filter or air filters, etc. And then perhaps an MOT as well if it did require, because that's going to be, for most dealerships, a third party as well. So if you do your prep in-house, it'll be seen by a couple of people, different mechanics at different places. So just the credibility of the car, really, it's seeing multiple people's eyes.
And I guess going back to that 30-day window, if you're prepping the car right,
it's
lessening your risk of having a problem with that first 30 days.
Definitely, yeah, because obviously if you've got an MOT, it's had a fresh service, everything's up to date, you know the car's ready to go, and it's going to have less, or you've got less risk of anything going wrong, really.
Fantastic. Okay. And what challenges do dealers face when they fail to provide comprehensive and professional warranty to their customers?
I would say obviously it can impact the business because you could end up getting negative reviews if customers aren't happy and the cars aren't prepped properly, and then they have unnecessary issues that could have been avoidable. And I suppose it goes hand in hand really with having a warranty. It gives dealers less liability because obviously cash flow, as we know, is king for most businesses, if not especially the motor trade, because obviously the overheads for retail sites are really, really high, and you want your risk exposure as little as possible, really, which is where obviously a warranty comes in, because you could get a few claims. They could mount up, you know, if you're a reasonable sized dealer, 40, 50 cars a month, you might get 3 at once and you need to fund a 10 grand bill. So it could leave you
It's an awful lot, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So you don't want to be upside down, really.
Interesting. So, you know, so hopefully we can see from all of this the Consumer Rights Act and warranties tying quite nicely together, really.
Yeah,
particularly
definitely.
for that first 6 month worth of cover. So I think that pretty much wraps us up, guys. So thank you to my panel, John, Brad and Ellis. Hopefully you've found this beneficial and useful to watch. Thanks again. Thanks for watching.